All right. All right. Good morning, Warren. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's program of Wealthsecrets Mindset Mentorship class. I want to let you know something that today is the beginning of the brand new month of June. Wow. Somebody once said, so it means that we've come to the half of the year. Exactly. Somebody is running some kind of concern and saying, how about all my desire, my aspiration, all the things I've wished for in this year? Won't they come to reality? Will I ever expect it? The truth is that you will, but it's not going to come if you don't get to work. Ladies and gentlemen, many are wishing. And let me tell you something. Most of the New Year resolution you have beginning since January. Some persons have had their own and they are like thankful and grateful. Some persons have even quitted and given up on their desires, their goals, aspiration in life. Some persons say, wow, it means that, I cannot reach this goal. I cannot achieve this. But I want to let you know something, that everything, as far as you can think it, you can actually achieve it. It's your regular host, Dr. Afolabi Olatunji. Let's get into it. We begin our teaching series on this wonderful topic we tagged 3 steps to change your life. 3 steps, ladies and gentlemen. One of the first steps we said is lack of idea. And I said here yesterday, even day before yesterday, I said some people, that's the regular saying that said idea rules the world. Of course, there's no doubt. Of course, that's the truth. Those with the idea are the one with the biggest check, fat check, and they control everything. The question is, what idea have you? Even if you don't have the idea, can you be that person to just pick it up from where some other persons have just really, they are the one that, got the idea. Can you join them and say, I can actually work with you and see whether or not my dreams and goals can still become a reality? Lack of idea is, to me, I think is one of the greatest problems of humanity and people. Mankind, most people lack what to do. Most people don't even know what to do. But let me tell you something. Everybody has the potential and the ability to do. It's just the way you have lived it yourself, your mind and everything. I want to let you know something, that when you talk about lack of idea, it's everything. Remember, we talk about the 3 things that can help you to change anything. We said first is curiosity. Curiosity, you got to be curious about the idea. You got to be curious about that new opportunity, that new thing that is, happening around you. The second one is that we tell you to be a good reader. You need to be a good reader. How a book in a year can save you 5 years of drought, 5 years of drought, poverty, and everything. Become a good reader. The third one is to become a good listener. In fact, when we tell you to be a good reader, we are telling you to be a good student. Don't be a follower. You can be followers, but be a good student. The student is the guy that picks up and, take up notes and, take everything, put into action, make sure that everything that is being shared and, taught, he or she is putting it to work. And I said, be a good listener. Most of the problem of the poor people is that, or people that ain't going anywhere, is that they like to talk more. And it's common in this part of the world because everybody is always right. Everybody feels that they know what to say. No wonder when you meet the Okada man or the Keke guy, even if you jam you or anything, or even if you try to do anything, he will always tell you, like, they always like to be the guy to talk first. How about ignoring? How about paying attention and becoming a good listener? Another thing, again, to pick up good idea is to also pay attention. I'll tell you, paying attention is to learn. To pay attention is to learn. Listen and learn. listen and learn. It's very simple and logical. Does that make sense? To pick up that good idea, ladies and gentlemen, try and observe. Someone once said, success leaves clue. Does it leave clue? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it does leave clue. Go and check. Observe people. See the way people do things. Don't think you know it all. Go to people that have. How can you imagine people, people that have achieved success? In fact, I tell some people, I say, you know what? It is impossible where you want to climb the ladder of success and you are still dressed in the costume of failure. It's apparently impossible. You can't be. When you are successful, you're successful, and people are going to see, even if you don't say it, it's going to tell you and it's going to show all over you. So the two ways to observe is first by insight and by sight. And to develop these two, ladies and gentlemen, guess what you need? To pay attention. You pay attention. Wherever you are, be there. Don't be here and then you are far away. In fact, my wife used to caution me and say, you know what? Why not just pay attention to me? My mind is divided. I am far gone. Sometimes she tell me, hey, can you just give me this time? Let me talk to you. We learn from people, we learn from each other. Life can be that way. The second step we talked about again, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick recap in case you have missed this program, is that we say, go to work on the idea. You pick up that new idea, then you need to go to work. Go to work. The strategy is pick up that good idea, go to work. And when we say go to work, in my own school of thought, or where I have most of my expertise, is that we develop what is called a game plan. And I told you your game plan can be when you conceive the idea, put it in a paper, put it in a book, and start developing strategies. Don't just live life like you live in life. Make sure that you have a game plan. You have strategy for everything. You want to launch a new business. You want to launch that new idea. Is there anything you want to do? Make sure you put it on paper, put it on book. In fact, even if you have an appointment or a meeting somewhere, make sure you put it down. One of the ways my wife even taught me something is that in case I don't want to put it on paper on time, then you can go to your phone. I mean, your phone has like something like a pager whereby you can in your calendar and put it there and put time or alarm, and then it reminds you in case you want to do anything. That is another way. Put it on paper. All right. So today, guess what we're going to be talking about? You take up that good idea, pick up massive action on that good idea. The third, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Don't try to beat the system. No shortcut to success. Basic, period. End of story. Don't try to beat the system. There is never a shortcut to success. When you see people do rituals, oh, they want to make money. They want to bam. They want to, do like a big boy, like we say here. You can see what becomes of them. What end their life. There is no way you can beat the system. In fact, beating the system is what has given birth to the kind of bad leadership, bad governance that we have in this country. In fact, all over the world. People think they can pay their way to success. People think they can pay their way to greatness, to the greater height. Don't try to beat the system. It's bad. Learn through the process. They say the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. Find out on how things work and do it the best way. Oh, they say, for you to move from this, this level to this next level, these are the courses or these are the things you need to study. Go to work and do it. Go to work. Don't think of the shortcut. Don't think everything has to do with you, paying your way, and bribery in Nigeria is is everything. My Bishop Oyedeko said, in his life he has never paid any bribe. We pay a lot of bribe. People just like to, hey, just pay me and forget about this. We'll fix it. This is Nigeria. This is Nigerian system is different. How about you being the change? For things to change, you have to change. After all, I say progress is impossible without a change. Those who cannot change their mind cannot change anything. Be the change, ladies and gentlemen. Don't compromise with rights. Don't compromise. Right is right. Let's try to leave that good legacy. How about what your children, imagine when you are the type that try to beat the system, then what becomes of your children, the younger generation that are trailing after you, or people that are watching after you, in case you have followers. They know that is the system that you do. I know what I'm saying may not make sense to most people here, because we are so used to beating the system and we make it look like it is normal. Some people will say it's the new normal or it's the normal norm. It is wrong. What is wrong is wrong. Why can't we do what is right? Let's try to make sure that we follow through the process. And that is what, that thing will last longer. There's a saying that said, you give somebody 1 million naira, or let's say 20 million naira now. Somebody that has never had million before, he needs her own life. You give him millions. And say, man, maybe he just won it, or maybe by chance or something, he just, guess what? Because the person lack that financial understanding, or the financial training to manage money, the person would not be able to make use of that money in the right way. And guess what? The money will go through the same source the money comes from. It's lack of financial education that will have cost the person. Because the person, after all, he doesn't even know. He doesn't even work for it. It just got there. Exactly the same thing that we have in our nation, especially here in Nigeria. The bribery, the things are part of what we do. So my advice to us this morning is not to be stubborn. Let's be open. Let's make sure that we are a quick learner. We get into things. There is no shortcut to success. The shortcut will cut you short. It's very important, ladies and gentlemen. Don't try to be the system. I've once tried it. Sometimes, you get hit in the leg or shot in the leg or something. It's so crazy. Imagine if we try to be the system. Imagine if we are not, you can imagine how far we've gone on this program. Imagine if we can actually, go ahead and pay for some influencer, pay for some guys to help us, hype our page and all that, but we want to build it organically. We want to go through the process. We want people to truly embrace us and take us, and then let the community grow. It will get there. It's a message of hope. No wonder we are one of the fastest growing mentorship class in Africa. We're growing organically. We want to really impact, and that is what we stand for. To make sure that we get the message of hope to you out there. Something to help you have a different philosophy. Something to make you believe that it is possible. Something to make you know that success has no boundary. Success does not know skin color. Success does not know whether you're from America, or whether you're from Europe, or whether you're from Africa. Success has a principle, and when you follow that principle, you will be successful. You can beat the system. And when I mean success, it does have relative meaning. Anything that you think of that you want to achieve, all right? Not only limiting yourself to this year alone, maybe every other year. Let me tell you something, it is possible. And that's why it is also important that you start reading books like Think and Grow Rich. How can you imagine that you think and grow rich? I'll tell you something, guys. There's a lot of money buried inside that book. A lot of principle. For the very first time growing up to learn about personal development, that is one, in fact, that is one of the book I was told to read. They recommended it for me. And I was wondering, for the very first time I saw affirmation in a book, I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Everything that I know is from the books I've read and the mentors I follow. The tapes I listen to every single day. Nobody push me. I push myself every single day. Because of what? I know that, if life is worth living. If I want this, if I want that, I need to put in the work. I need to pick up good idea. And that idea, what is the idea? Everything that I need, everything that is what or makes life worth living for me. Whether it's marriage or good marriage or, business or academic excellence, everything. I pick it up and I go to work on those ideas. Guess what? I try to follow through the process. I go through the rudiment of it. And I'm sure that most successful people, the same way they go. I'm not talking about those cheat or those politicians that pay their way to the top. They bribe it. And that's why we have bad governance. We're not having the best of brain leading us. That's why they lack what to do. They lack idea. They don't know what to do. I want to encourage you this morning, ladies and gentlemen. First, take a step to change your life. Take a step to change your life. Number one, take up that good idea. Lack of idea is what has cost us or cost you. The second is to go to work on that idea. And the third, don't try to beat the system. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us today. I hope you got value. I hope you got value for your time. I hope your time here this morning is not wasted. Remember, we're just starting up a new month and we encourage you to make sure that you put in everything. As you're starting the month, let me tell you something. It's another way you need to start that thing that seems impossible for you. What is that thing that you're hoping to get started with? What is that thing that bothers you and your intuition tells you, hey man, I think you should go for this. Why not pick it up? And why not try to, draw a strategy, go to work on it. And then eventually you will start seeing that this thing that seems impossible will become possible. How do you think we've come this far? The idea came. How to go about it? A lot of things keep popping up. It's impossible. Guess what? We tell, because the company, the kind of people that we both relate with, my wife, Coach Dan, we had this talk. Hey, what do you think? How do you think we're going to go about this? And guess what? See how far we've gone, ladies and gentlemen. We know where we are going yet. We're not there yet. But see how far we've gone. We are grateful for every process. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how to go about things. I hope you got value for being on this program this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we encourage you to like, subscribe, and share our page with your friends, partner, neighbor, anybody that cares, anybody that you love, that you want their life to also get better. This is a message that we want to put out there. And on this program, we do every single day is to educate, equip, and enrich you with all the necessary resources and information that will empower you mentally to live that very best of your life. I mean, we're not just limiting it to 2022, but every other years that you care about. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your regular host, Dr. Afolabi Olatunji. So we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same lane.